As we continue with inductive reasoning, we will begin to be working with probability concepts and eventually with Bayes' theorem. This will require some basic math skills in terms of working with fractions. So I'm providing a brief review for those who may be a little bit rusty with your math skills, especially when working with fractions. I'm providing a step-by-step tutorial here for how to multiply fractions, how to add fractions, and how to divide fractions. In some cases we need to multiply fractions. In this case we need to multiply 1/3 times 1/4. In order to do that we need to input the 1/3, so we take 1 divided by 3, and we are multiplying, so we take that times 1 divided by 4, that's our 1/4, and that equals 0.0833. We are rounding off to the nearest 3 significant digits. In some cases we need to add two fractions. In this case we are going to add 1/3 plus 1/4. In order to do this, we put in our 1/3, 1 divided by 3, and we hit the equal sign. Now we need to put this into memory, or you could write it down off to the side. And we'll clear the screen here. And now we need to put in 1/4. 1 divided by 4, we hit the equal sign. So we have our 1/4, we need to add it to the 1/3. So we have plus, what we had in memory was our 1/3, equals, and we have our answer 0.583. Again, rounding off to the nearest 3 significant digits. When we get into Bayes' theorem in Unit 4, there will be more complex fractions, such as we see here. What I recommend is that you take these one step at a time and maybe write down with a pen or pencil the numbers as you calculate them in order to keep them straight. At the top in the numerator we have 1/3 times 1/4. We've done that calculation before. In decimal form that is 0.0833 when rounded off to the nearest 3 significant digits. We have the same two fractions being multiplied on the left portion of the denominator here, and then we're going to add that to 2/3 times 1/5. Let's go ahead as a review and multiply that fraction out. So in order to put in the 2/3, we have 2 divided by 3. We'll hit the equal sign, and we're going to multiply that times 1/5. So we take times 1 divided by 5. And that gives us 0.133 when rounded off to the nearest 3 significant digits. So now we have the main fractions being multiplied, and I'm going to go ahead and transfer papers here, and we see at the very top the numbers that we've already calculated. So we need to, in order to further work on the problem, add the fractions, or here now the numbers in the denominator. When we do that and add 0.0833 to 0.133, we get 0.217. And then finally, to get the final result, we need to take 0.0833 and divide that by 0.217. And we already see the answer here is 0.384. Depending on how you use the memory in your calculator, you may have 0.385. That last digit there is not significant difference. If there are any multiple choice questions involving such a fraction as this, you will not have two answers that are that similar.